Good morning and welcome to Port St. Lucie. This is Professor Tefero for Lesson 1 of 21st Century Japanese Commerce. Now, in this course, you're going to learn some of the reasons why Japan emerged as an economic power in Asia in the 21st century. Actually, Japan emerged as an economic power in Asia in the 20th century, but they have continued their emergence and are now faced with some difficult problems posed by neighboring China. But let's take one thing at a time. In this course, you'll be expected to do a team and individual project, and all the projects will be concerned with the top 100 Japanese companies in Japan. So let's begin with lesson number 1, which is the study of the Meiji dynasty in Japan from 1868 until 1945. This dynasty was very important for the economic development of Japan. It was a highly militaristic type of government, authoritarian. However, despite being militaristic, it adopted a modern attitude towards technology. Adopting a modern attitude towards technology is a very smart thing because it brings your country into the forefront of technological advances, and this generally tends to make more money for your country. In Japan's case, unfortunately, the technology was applied to military applications, and the result was the loss of World War II to the United States. This event took two things and made them a positive for Japan. First of all, the United States occupation after World War II allowed the Japanese to see the basic elements of democracy and capitalism in action. The one observation that many Japanese made about American capitalism was that Americans did everything to be bigger and better. The Japanese observation was that, well, maybe we can do things smaller and better. And this led to the first wave of economic revision in the Japanese economy, and that is microchips and electronics. And microchips and electronics led to the first wave of Japanese economic expansion after 1952, when the American forces left Japan. These would be followed by additional waves of economic expansion. The Japanese economy would also experience a wave of automotive expansion, which got them into the automotive market. And that further improved the Japanese economy. And finally, the Japanese got into robotics and AI in the later part of the 20th century, and now in the 21st century. So, this is one of the these are three of the primary reasons that the Japanese economy expanded so well after 1952. However, the secret unknown reason that Japan was able to expand so rapidly in the later part of the 20th century, and it's not so secret, it's a well-known fact, that they were forced to only be able to spend 1% of their gross national product on national defense. This was an imposition made by the United States to make sure that Japan did not expand militarily in Asia, and there would be no repeat of World War II. What was the effect of this? Well, the effect was supposed to keep Japan under control, but the exact opposite happened. because they could not spend more than 1% of their gross national product on national defense. They spent the other 19% investing in their economy, whereas the United States had to spend 20% on national defense every year since 1952, compounded, actually every year since 1945, compounded. So that means that every year since 1952, Japan had an extra 19% of their gross national product to put into their economy, and the United States did not. This had an erosive effect on the worldwide market shares of the United States and Asia, and it had a positive effect for the Japanese markets in Asia since 1952. So these primary things were the reason that Japan emerged from 1952 to 2020 as an economic power, not only in Asia, but in the world. In our next lesson, we will examine the next aspect of 21st century Japanese commerce. This is Professor Tefero wishing you all a happy and healthy day. Take care. Bye-bye.